Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Dazzling Dave, and there's been so much speculation over the last 2 or 3 weeks, in fact the last 2 or 3 months really, about the future of this man, Wolves number 9, Raúl Jiménez, and will he be at Wolves next season? So would he really go? Would Wolves really sell Raúl Jiménez? Well, there's lots of speculation, isn't there, in the press, reported on many sources around the world and online, that Wolves are considering selling Raúl Jiménez for somewhere between 50 to 70 million euros, so around about sort of 60 million pounds, and there is upwards of 11 clubs that are interested in taking Raúl, who is 29. He's had a better season this season than last year, scoring 22 goals, 10 assists. Incredibly important to the way Wolves play. When he's not in the team, we don't quite look the same. So would Wolves really sell Raúl Jiménez? So, I mean, the teams that have been reportedly the most in recent times interested in taking Raúl is Man United, looking for a striker, and in recent days Juventus, the Italian giants, have also been stating, or it's been very well reported, that they're looking at Raúl Jiménez. But the price that Wolves want for both of these strikers, in terms of the current climate, the pandemic and stuff like that, might be on the top end of what they can afford. It's interesting, isn't it, to see what would happen. I've run a poll on both my Instagram and my Twitter, and I'll put them both up for you whilst I'm talking, so you can see when I put out should Wolves sell Raúl Jiménez for 60 million pounds. You can see the majority of Wolves fans are very much dead set against it, and I'm kind of thinking I'm in that sort of camp as well. I'm big, like most Wolves fans, a massive supporter, fan of Raúl, and he has a massive fan base around the world that support him, and have also bought into Wolves because of having him in the side. But it's not just his presence, it's the way he links up the play. He's good on the floor, he's good at bringing other players in, he's good at holding the ball up, he's got an eye for goal even when he's not really in the game, such as that game against Spurs recently, the last away game, when he wasn't really much in the game, but he got that chance and he put it away and Wolves won the game. He's good in the air as well. Look at the goal he scored against Liverpool. He's an all-round forward, and he's come to Wolves for 18 million after sitting on the bench pretty much at Benfica, and obviously coming through Club America and all that sort of jazz. And he's coming to Wolves and he's had a chance to play, and because he's been playing in the Wolves setup, in the system that we play, his value's gone up, he's got more and more confident, he's got better and better. It's panned off as well for the national team in Mexico, how he's played for them. And obviously, along with a few other Wolves players, you know, you talk about Neves, Traore, Jota, you know, Wolves are a good side, you know, pushing for that European, even Champions League place if the season gets up and running, in the Europa League, you know, ties still to come. And a lot of clubs are looking at Wolves and what they've done, and the value obviously has gone on. So, I mean, from a business point of view, Fosun, 18 million, Raúl Jiménez, he's probably coming to the peak of his powers now as a striker, you know, just gone 29, but still got probably a good 4 or 5 years ahead of him. Would they cash in now and take the money and then reinvest? But we don't even have at the moment a backup striker for Raúl, let alone getting rid of our main striker and then bringing in someone that can hopefully do the same job. That would be a big risk to take in the way that we play. So I'm not sure, you know, whether 60 million would be enough for us to sell him. And judging by some of the comments that I've got on my social media as well, a lot of the fans are saying, you know, if we're going to sell him, it should be a higher price if he's going to go. He has obviously commented himself, you know, about potentially going to play for Real Madrid or Barcelona in the Spanish league, and that, you know, that came up. He's a Spanish speaker, you know, it's a big league, La Liga. You know, you can understand it. Juventus potentially, but moving to Manchester United, you know, they're obviously a massive big club, you know, but you're probably bigger fan base than Wolves around the world at the moment because of where they've been. But like, they're not actually any really any better than Wolves in a position where they are at the moment. And Wolves, I believe, want to sort of build this team. You don't particularly sell your best players when you're trying to keep improving the team, so that we can eventually push on for that top four. And what Fosun want for us Wolves is eventually to be winning trophies and to win the Premier League. You don't really potentially sell your best players. You keep your best players and bring in strong competition on that level or a bit better. And that's what Wolves have gradually been doing, so it's interesting. But again, at the same time, you know, the price is right with, you know, Jorge Mendes. Would they sell Raúl Jiménez? His dad has obviously commented about it as well, saying obviously it's cool to have the interest, but he's focused on Wolves and wants to get us into, you know, winning trophies and in Europe. And I think, you know, he's also, you know, his partner Danielle's, you know, pregnant, and they're going to be having their baby soon as well. He's settled in Wolverhampton. Is it really the right time for him to be moving when they're just about to have a young baby? As well, as you've got to take that into context. You know, I guess a lot of this is going to play out over the time. Personally, I'm not convinced he will move. I think if Wolves get into that Champions League, win the Europa League, which still we hope will run, or get into the Champions League positions, which is still possible in the league, when hopefully that gets up and running. You know, if we did secure Champions League football, I think he'd be more likely to stay. There's going to be a lot of speculation around this over the forthcoming weeks and months, and what will happen with Raúl, and I guess it will all pan out in time. I hope that he does stay. I don't want it to really be the last time that, you know, Molineux has been reverberating with the sounds of Si Senor, because obviously, even with the games about to start soon, you know, we're not going to be back at Molineux to support our team. It'd be really sad if it was the last time that we got to see Raúl play at Molineux with a full crowd singing his name. And I think that would be at the back of his mind as well. And just one thing that I will leave you just before I go, in a second, but I want you to leave your comments. Do you think Wolves should sell Raúl? And if so, how much for? And do you think, you know, how were your feelings around whether Raúl should leave Wolves or go wherever? What are you thinking yourself? Leave that in the comment section below, and hopefully also smash a like to the video as well. But I think, ironically, just as I'm about to record this video, Raúl's shared Danielle's Instagram, and they basically, I'm going to put that up now for you, just on the side, and as you can see, if there's a message in there somewhere, building a Lego version of Molineux, maybe subliminally or subtly or whatever it is, that's a message to Wolves fans that he does want to stay. Let's hope so. So yeah, if you're brand new around here, please consider hitting the subscribe, and if you are on my channel, please, with a cherry on the top, hit the all notification bell so you'll always be first for any of my uploads. I'd really be grateful if you would turn on all the notifications. That would be amazing. So from myself, until the next time, leave your comments below. I'm Dazzling Dave, always Wolves.